So now some tips. Now that you're in residency, what should you do? So make a timetable. Try to make a timetable for the month, because most of the places you will know where you're posted. You'll get your postings. We used to get our postings for six months. So every 6 months you know where you are. है ना? And you know if you're in the ward, you're in the OPD, or in the outreach camps, in the community, or are you in the labor room. So you know, and you have some idea कि आपके पास कितना time है पढ़ने के लिए, है ना? Or how much time can you give to studying. So you can allot, maybe you can just allot half an hour every day, or maybe you can allot 2 hours depending on your posting, or maybe you can't allot any time if you're so busy. So then you have to make it a point to try to study in the labor room or in the ward when you can. Okay. So, or brush up your basic knowledge. So make a timetable for the month, or you can simply study with us on the app where we have a pre-prepared timetable and you can utilize that to your advantage. Okay, make a daily schedule. So make a month ka timetable to banao. जैसे आज January 1 है, sit and make till 31st January. You may not finish the timetable, you may not follow it. किसी भी दिन someday you will just not feel like studying. You'll be so frustrated with life, you will just not even be in the mood to open your book. So don't do 100% of it, but try to aim at least for completing 70 to 80% of what you set out to do. Okay. And apart from the month wala timetable, make a daily schedule also. ओके कि जो मंथ में सपोज मुझे आज पढ़ना है कि एंटी नेटल मैम का लेक्चर सुन लिया, आज मैं बिफोर गोइंग टू बेड आई एम गोइंग टू स्टडी एंटी नेटल हिस्ट्री टेकिंग. ओके. So suppose you make the schedule for tomorrow. So when you wake up tomorrow in the morning, you need to sort out ki how your day will go. Okay, I'm posted here, I have to do this, and then I have to also include this antenatal history somewhere in my schedule. So make a daily schedule, to-do list, and try to complete it. Okay, try to complete it. So don't make, since it's the beginning of residency, you will relatively have more time. Try to complete it. Try not to go to bed without having spent that half an hour. So don't burden yourself with too much studies. Make short topics of half an hour to 1 hour each. Maybe half an hour would be best. So like antenatal history one day examination, one day just doing a PSPV, go through some videos, understand how it's done. Okay, things like that. As I said, learn from everybody around you. Okay, your seniors may not be nice to you, but they may be good at certain things. Try to pick that up, pick up what they're good at. Try to be friendly. Don't try to make enemies. This is the time to make friends. The more friends you have in different departments, the more easy life is going to become. Make a friend in the radiology department, make a friend in the pediatrics department, make a friend in the pathology department. Make friends everywhere. Okay, be nice to people. If you are nice to people, people are automatically going to be nice to you. So these 3 years also you develop a lot of relationships, and these relationships go a long way. They last lifelong. Okay, and that's very important. Making contacts, your network keeps increasing, and later on in life you'll realize how important this is. Okay, make a logbook. Many places don't have it as a compulsory thing. We had a compulsory logbook to be made, and then I continued. So the first, after I finished my PG into senior residency, and even after for first few years after, till I was an assistant professor 2 3 years later. So I have a logbook of almost 5 to 6 years. Okay, what is that logbook? Whatever procedure I used to do. So I had a procedure, and then suppose you saw a cesarean today. Okay, so you had it. You write the name of the procedure. Okay, and you write either you've observed it, or you've assisted it, or you have performed it. Okay, see, right, even if you just watched it from afar, you have observed it. Okay, so what does this do? How does this logbook help? At the end of a few months, you will, if you go through your logbook, you will realize how much you've actually observed, how much you've assisted. And of course, performing comes at a later stage, maybe in your second year or final year, where you actually get to do hands-on. But this also, it boosts your confidence. And when I started after, so during my PG, I didn't do much. Honestly, I didn't do much. And then afterwards, when I was a senior resident, when I was an assistant professor, especially the rarer cases, if I used to do something independently, I used to be so happy. I used to go and note it on my logbook. Any interesting case I would see, I would make a quick note. Today I saw this case. It's very interesting. So I would write a bit about it. I still have that logbook. It just gives, it boosts your confidence. It makes you feel that you're doing something worthwhile, and generally it gives you that feel good thing. So make a logbook. Make sure you fill it at the end of every day. Don't think of it as a task. Think of that it's a must do. It's something which you will enjoy doing. Okay, a few things which I like to do is dress up. Don't go looking like what do you say, what's the right English word? Just dress up nicely every day. It hardly takes 5 to 10 minutes. Wear something nice every day. Put a bit of, if you're a girl, put a bit of makeup, have a smile on your face, get your hair done every once in a while, go to the salon once in every while, take time out, okay, and dress up every day. It plays a huge even if you're working in the dingiest of places in a government hospital, I think it really helps brighten up the place for everybody. Okay, so that's very important. Also, smile a lot. This is also very important. You smiling a lot, you'll realize you feel happy, your people around you feel happy. As I said, the whole dingy scenario, especially if you're in a government hospital wala situation, and especially if you're in North India where it is very, very cold, these two things are going to brighten up your day drastically. Appreciate the little things, the first delivery you do, the first baby you deliver, the first suppose you get to do skin suturing. So every small thing, just be so, I mean, just be happy. That's what I want to tell you. Life is very tough. Life is, your whole life is going to be tough, not only these 3 years. After this, life in general is not easy. And if you learn to be positive right in the beginning, okay, then your life is, it's much easier to live life. Okay, and that's what and another one of the other things I keep telling my students is that life is a game of snakes and ladders. You know, everybody is going to reach 100, but you may not get the ladder every time. In fact, many times you'll get the snakes and you'll keep falling back, but you have to get up and continue playing till you reach that 100. So it's a journey which is important. Reaching your destination is immaterial. Enjoy the climbing up and the falling down, the climbing up and the falling down. And not you, all your friends will be doing this. So that's important. Okay. Study hard, but study smart. As I said, you have less time now with you. You don't have the luxury of going to the library and studying for hours. So whatever you study, try to be smart. Okay. And as I keep saying this, don't worry about surgical chances of cutting. And I've gone through this journey, so I'm telling you, you will get there. And just caution in cases seen when, but if there's an interesting case, we will be doing a back and watch, go to the OT, see the case. Okay, we will be dead tired at the end of it. And this enthusiasm, if you're very enthusiastic, the consultants, the faculty are noticing which residents are extra enthusiastic, and they, that does play a role. They will, if they notice you, if they notice your enthusiasm, they will give you chances, and they will, you will become sort of special to them. So of course you, that those perks also will be there. That's another thing which I'm seeing nowadays. So, and I have the place where I work is, it's a corporate hospital. Things are very easy. It's not very busy. Nights are not very busy. So, but my residents, as soon as it's 9 o'clock, they all disappear. Even if I have a very interesting case the next morning, and I feel very bad. When we were residents, we used to stay back and watch all interesting cases, even if we're not getting to assist or to do, just for the sake of looking at it and seeing something which is not common. But nowadays, I don't see that enthusiasm. It's very, very, very less. So that enthusiasm is important, because not only does it give you this rush, this adrenaline rush, it also, you get noticed by the seniors in your team, and that definitely, trust me, that helps. Okay. And more than surgical chances, do know how to take decisions. So this is much more important than hands on. Knowing when to operate rather than knowing how to operate. Knowing when to operate means what steps to take next. So whenever you make a case sheet, whenever you're working up a patient has got admitted in the ward, say a patient of anemia or preeclampsia or GDM, something has got admitted in the ward, or placenta previa. So when you write the case sheet, either in the same case sheet or in a separate in your notebook, always carry notebook, just write down what you think would be the best plan for that patient. And when on rounds, or when that patient, the discussion goes on ki next kya karna is patient ka, with the consultants and and the entire team, when they make the decision, see whether your planning was correct or was it wrong, or what did you think was wrong, or what was finally done. And that helps build your thinking power. Okay, so decision making, knowing what to do for the patient, that is very important. That is something you need to learn, because knowing what to do rather than knowing how to do it. Okay, knowing what to do is more important. Knowing how to do it, you will learn eventually, but knowing what to do, nobody will teach you. This is something you have to understand and learn yourself.